I'm back.
And I'm back too. And I'm Dr. John.
And I'm Little Ed. And here we are with another...
It's enough already.
Yeah.
No episode, no installment. It's just enough already.
That's what it is. It's enough already. Welcome to the show.
Where's the sound?
There we go.
There, even if it's not on there. That's because I got a big ass mouth.
That's not what I was saying. I mean, with you.
Reaching for the sky. And Dr. Joe, enough already. Let it out.
Feels good, Ed.
It does. I'm glad to be back.
Hang on, I gotta shut the music off.
All right. I was away in Wisconsin, was doing some truck driver training, and
I was in the hospital for 4 days.
I would rather.
Yay!
I think I'd rather be in the hospital than Wisconsin. That shit was
No,
cold.
you do not. You do not wish you was in the hospital for 4 days. Trust me, it sucks. Going out to you though, Morgan, my nurse, you were excellent. That's my favorite part of my day when she'd come in. So.
And I want to shout out to Jason Hall, great instructor. Really like the guy. He's a good dude. New fan. I'm sure he's going to watch this, which he'll probably be all high.
Who?
Jason Hall's his name.
Cool. Watch Jason.
Great instructor. He kind of my experience up there kind of started off rocky because the instructor I had was not very well. His health was horrible. So I felt like I was a week behind by the time he stepped out and Jason took over. So he got me up to par really quick and passed my test with flying colors, and now I'm a licensed commercial truck driver.
Well, enough of that already.
Yeah, enough already.
So
It was fun though.
what's going on? You can believe everything's happened here in the last week or so?
Everything's moving so fast with Trump, it's almost ridiculous. It's like hyper speed. If you think back when Biden took over, after his first flurry of executive orders, you didn't hear shit from the guy. No.
That's because he's an old, decrepit piece of shit.
I don't think he even had one single cabinet meeting, and yet.
Did you see the cabinet meeting that they had?
On video.
And they had it on video?
Yeah, live video. It wasn't like they edited anything. It was what it was.
And all the cabinet members there and discussing things, going to get some things done. That's how you work. That's how you do efficiently.
I literally have no memory of ever seeing anything like that.
I've never seen anything like that with the Biden administration. Tell me if you did, you libs. Did you ever see anything like that?
I've never seen anything like that in any administration. I mean, I'm not saying that it hasn't happened.
That's rain. We are getting a storm of the ages in February here. It's crazy. Hope we don't get no tornado.
Yeah, no kidding.
If the roof comes out when we're filming, it'd be part of the show.
Or turn to snow. I mean, it is Ohio. It could happen. It might happen.
So back to that. It's just crazy that how things are going, and all the money they're finding, and they got these liberals that are coming on Facebook telling me, they're just doing stuff so the billionaires can make themselves richer. Now, how the hell, if they would pass through legislation,
right?
Tax on tips,
tax on overtime,
and Social Security. How is that going to make
millionaires richer, right?
If they're saving me tax dollars? They're not taking the tax dollars away from me and giving it to them. Tell me how that works, Ed.
I'm not exactly sure. I mean, the math just doesn't math.
That's the propaganda they're trying to spread, and then they're trying to say because they're this Social Security, they're going to cut our Social Security away. Tell them what they're doing.
They're finding people that are stealing your Social Security, and they're putting a stop to it.
Pay attention.
You got people that are 150 years old that are collecting Social Security. You got people that are collecting Social Security on multiple Social Security numbers.
Yes.
You got people that are collecting their parents' Social Security that died 10, 15 years ago.
Please pay attention. They're stealing the money out of Social Security, and they're trying to stop it. And if they stop it, that's going to put more money in the Social Security account. Maybe it'll start actually accruing money versus depleting to nothing.
Right. It'd be nice to see Social Security actually gain money than lose money.
Yeah.
Which I think by the time
they're done, I think it will.
I think it will too.
It might.
Well, even states are now starting to set up their own individual Doge committees to check into their own.
It's absolute, but and I've noticed, like, on my Facebook thing, I am getting bombarded with this bullshit left-wing propaganda things. They're making all these statements that are
Right.
complete lies.
Complete
And
negative.
to bring me to that, you know how Zuckerberg, we're not going to have no more fact
Right,
checkers.
no more fact
Well, we
checkers.
know why, don't we?
Oh, yeah, that's so they can tell their own propaganda.
So they can start their own
no one-
left-wing bullshit.
Right, and nobody can say, well,
And
hold
no-
on,
yeah.
that's not fair.
And nobody's fact checking it,
And
and then
we're-
they can make up all their lies, and then it's going to sail through because that's exactly why. They didn't do it for us. They did it so they could spread their left-wing
Well,
bullshit.
and you know what, John? You look at
Think about it.
You look at Facebook. When Zuckerberg came out and said that he was going to set up a kind of the same way you have on X, where they have a community notes. So if you talk shit on X, there's community notes to straighten it out. Basically, not a fact checker per se, but you know, where you have people in the community that's like,
I'll
well, hold
let
on,
him in.
people that do their own homework. And Zuckerberg said that was going to happen on Facebook, but I don't ever see any community notes on there.
No.
I just see a bunch of left-wing spewing bullshit. That's snow or hail.
Yeah. Come here, Bruins.
Yeah, that's just a bunch of left-wing, poor guy.
Got all snow covered. Says, let me in, Dad.
But, you know, it's just, and it was just a ploy so they could put out their propaganda. Zuckerberg's full of shit.
Yeah, exactly. He did that so that they could spread a bunch of bullshit.
And it is. You
And
can't
it wouldn't
see.
be fact checked.
And it's all over Facebook. I mean, everybody, I know we all don't have the same Facebook, but we basically get the same bullshit.
I'm getting 10, 15 of these. I don't even subscribe to them, but I'm getting of things
Right.
that I don't even look at that are showing up on me with some stupid ass thing.
That you have no.
It's a
right.
lie. That's
Exactly.
knocking Trump or knocking what they're doing or saying, oh, they're taking our Social Security or all this or all that. And it's like where is this? It's this bullshit.
My favorite thing lately was about the Tesla contract that the government had for a fleet of Tesla trucks or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, Elon Musk is inside doing this, doing that. And then they found out that, no, Joe Biden actually set that.
Yeah, Joe Biden did that with Elon Musk. Trump didn't do that.
No, that was all under Biden that did
And they
that.
just had a transgender guy just set up bombs in Colorado at a Tesla
enough already.
Tesla dealership.
We can't talk about transgender.
Well,
YouTube will, you know,
He's a terrorist now. He's going to blow up the Tesla dealership.
crazy. There's already been shots fired at him and stuff. People are just, the left is out of their fucking mind, John. They're a very sick group of people. Can I say them people? I'm allowed to say the people, right?
Who?
The left.
Them people?
Them people? Yeah, they're out of their mind.
Them people are out of their mind.
They're-
That's why. They're just plumb out of their mind. They don't, and they don't.
And I'm so tired.
I don't know where to go because they've lost all sense of reality or any logic, critical logical thinking or anything. They don't have
Well,
it.
imagine somebody stealing your tools and then getting mad at the guy that showed up and told you who stole them. You know what I mean? It's like, it just makes no sense to me. Or make up an excuse. You know, why do you think it's okay for the United States government to fleece you, to steal your money, and then send it overseas abroad with this USAID? You know, and
They're taking my tax dollars to send them somewhere else.
To some international
for more
development.
bullshit reasons.
You know, and the only thing getting developed is the Democrat Party. I don't know if you noticed.
Meanwhile, we got veterans on the street. We got homeless people on the street. We
Right.
got kids in this country with nothing to eat. We've got all kinds of things going on we're not taking care of.
Listen to this.
People in North Carolina living in tents in the
Right.
winter.
Well, they're working on that. They've come a long way. But look at it this way, John. You remember the first Trump administration? There was always people out in the street rioting. I mean, they spent the whole summer burning down. You know, most.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
They burned down a lot of stuff.
Right. But where are these people now? And I'm going to tell you where they're at. Their money's gone. Right?
Well, cut that AID off, and that was sponsoring a lot
Exactly
of stuff.
right. They took all this slush money away from these left-wing lunatics.
And they said that Trump's going to take the money away, and when they take that money away, this is going to end.
Now you have 12 people show up because that's all they can afford.
Hey,
You know, for real.
Hey, we got a protest. We got $7.50 here. Split
then
it up between the three of you.
Then you got these guys saying even Trump voters are mad. I've yet to meet one Trump voter that's disappointed with what's happening. Not a single one. In fact, they're ecstatic. This is exactly why we voted for this man, to have exactly this happen. We wanted the government accountability. in our entire lifetimes, there's been no accountability. They've been able to spend whatever they want, send whatever they want, and now they've spent us into.
There has never been a bit of transparency,
37 trillion in
accountability, or responsibility in our federal government ever since I can remember.
Yeah, enough of that. We just can't do it no more. I mean, we're losing our country financially simply because nobody's watching the bank.
Is that the 10-minute sign, Paula? That means time to do the rant?
Enough already. Let's do it.
Enough already. I'm telling you what, enough of that already.
Yeah, we're going to have to write a prescription for this one, John.
Write a prescription for this one? I do want to write a prescription for this one. My rant is, I just spent 4 days in the hospital. You ever spent any time in the hospital, Ed?
Unfortunately, yes, I have.
All right, I know they got to take care of me, but man,
I had neck
come
surgery.
in at 3 in the morning to check my blood pressure. My God, you're trying to tell me to get some rest. First you're in there at 9 o'clock and I'm trying to get some sleep. Then you come in at 3 o'clock and you wake me up. But, don't send the guy in to clean the trash can at 4:15 after you come in and check my blood pressure at 3.
I hear you.
Enough of that already.
I know, John, when I had neck surgery, I was supposed to get pain meds at like 11 o'clock at night, and it was like 1:30, and I'm hitting my button, and no one's coming, and finally I yelled out, I'm starting to feel like Rick Grimes up in this motherfucker. And I heard him laugh, and then they brought me my pain pill. Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead, right? He wakes up in the hospital. and they finally brought me my pain pills, and the nurse says, that's got to be one of the funniest things I ever heard.
I had an episode because I was having chest pains and everything. I was like, started freaking out. I'm like, damn, I said, I got to do something. So I push the button, and I get somebody on. She says, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know. I said, yeah. I hit the button. What's wrong? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just not hit the button. I don't know. Finally, I'm like, damn, is anybody going to come? I start talking to my buddy. I says, it's a good thing I ain't in trouble. I says, because by the time I get in here, if it was something serious, I said, I'd be dead. I would be.
Right. Oh, yeah.
10 minutes later, he walks in, do an EKG on me. It took them there 10 minutes to hook it up. And whatever. They said, oh, you're okay. I said, good. Then I try to go back to sleep. So the next night, they said, well, you probably had anxiety. So they give me Xanax.
Nice.
And melatonin or some damn thing.
The melatonin will sleep, the Xanax will chill you the hell out.
So this will make you sleep.
They Xanax me for the dentist, bro.
But I'm telling you.
I get such bad anxiety at the dentist, that's the first thing they do is give me a Xanax.
They tell me, get a lot of rest. You ain't getting no rest in the hospital because they're coming in and they're poking you, and they're waking you up, and they're poking you, and they're squeezing you.
I know, and it's 24/7, so it's not like they're, shh, John's sleeping.
Yeah, oh, he's sleeping. I'll come back later. No. Hello.
No.
Unless you get mom. And then you don't know what the hell she wants because the woman couldn't hardly speak English. God love her, she's a good girl, but I couldn't understand a damn thing that woman said.
She's out there in her trash cans.
I just go, no, she's the A, and she asked me something, I just go, That's my answer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And she'd look at me funny sometimes, so I guess I must have answered the question wrong. But my answer was just, yeah.
Sometimes they do that,
Well, enough of that already. I guess that's the rant.
All right, enough already.
Don't try to get rest in a hospital.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
You write your prescription on that.
You are not gonna. Yeah, no rest. If you want rest, the hospital's not the place to go.
If you want rest, don't be in the hospital. Go home, take that prescription with you.
Yeah. And if you got a dog like mine, you still don't get rest.
So, where were we?
Oh, we were talking about the government and lefties going all crazy about things that
Boy, it's ridiculous.
Our favorite president is up to, which is kind of cool. I mean,
now, here's one thing that's bothering me, Ed. They keep telling me all this stuff, but I have yet to hear him say that there's one person responsible for any of this stealing or this money laundering or whatever you want to call it, this money that's disappearing. There's no names attached to it. There's nobody getting threatened to be prosecuted.
Oh, it's coming.
And I'm really aggravated about this because somebody's got to be doing this. Well, and why isn't there nobody getting...
I kind of had a little rant today.
There'd be 17 freaking black cars in my freaking car driveway if I did anything like this.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be in jail immediately.
Well, I had a little rant today when me and Paula were out and about and saying there's got to be some perp walks. We need to start arresting these people and putting them on camera and doing the perp walk. You're going to jail now, just like they did Peter Navarro, just like they did Steve Bannon. We need to get...
All these J6ers.
All these J6ers, yeah. We need to get these people that have sold out this country and have stolen from the American taxpayers and put their ass in jail.
Though they deserve it.
I mean, that's just what... I
don't care if we get one nickel back from them, but I want them to pay for what they did.
I think,
I live honest and I pay my taxes and I do everything else. and then these guys stealing, and they're walking around.
We got a lot of congressmen.
Walking around.
We got a lot of congressmen and senators that's done a lot of inside trading in the stock market and made themselves filthy rich over it. And these are the same people that put Martha Stewart in prison for 3 years.
We need all those. We need everyone in our Congress to be investigated and audited.
Right.
With a fine-tooth comb to find out where all this money's coming from, how they're getting so rich, and what's going on.
I think they know already. I think with the Pam Bondi and a Cash Patel and a Dan Bongino looking into things, I think they're going to be in a lot of trouble. I really do. I think that we're going to see some things that we never thought we would see. That's going to make us so super happy, but it's going to make these leftards just freak out. You know what I mean? They're already freaking out.
Well, I think once they start really putting the, I don't know how to say it, but
it's going to be spun as Trump's attacking his political enemies is what it's going to be spun
I know,
as.
but once they get them in there and they start proving, hey, they did do this, people go, oh, well, then they're going to say, well, they just made that up. They didn't really do that so they could prosecute them. No, bullshit. It's going to be the truth.
And those are the same people that think Trump did 36 felonies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That are going to say that. But these people did do crime. These people are criminals. They've done bad things. And
I can't wait till they get Adam Schiff. Shifty Schiff.
The Epstein files are coming out.
He's toast.
They released some flight logs today. I haven't really had a chance to go over.
They released some stuff, but she's saying there's so much crazy stuff in there, and then there's like over 200 people,
Right.
victim involved, and
that's what
they
they're
don't want to
trying to-
disclose their
Well, I can
information and their
understand
names,
that.
and I understand that completely because you don't want that people's information out.
At the
so you
same
gotta be
time,
careful
though,
about
you
it.
cannot keep this quiet simply because you want to protect certain people. These people need to be exposed.
Well, they could do it and protect those people.
Well, I certainly
Just
hope.
got to go around it the right way.
I certainly hope they can, John, and I really want to see it done because these people are evil. These people that would go to Epstein Island and do the things that they would do there without fear of prosecution or getting caught, you know, and nobody really knows exactly what went on there, but we have a pretty good idea what's going on
Don't take
there.
much of an imagination to know what the hell was going on.
And you're
on
gonna,
Epstein Island.
you figure Bubba Clinton went there 20-some times. You know, Obama's been there.
George Bush.
Chuck Schumer, Adam Schiff. You know, these guys have all been there, and Adam Schiff's
A lot of celebrities.
Adam Schiff's already had to pay millions of dollars for sexual advances that he made to like a 19-year-old intern or something like that. You know what I mean? And that's all public. But what else?
That bug-eyed idiot.
They had their own slush fund to take care of these kind of things. You know what I mean? Our money, tax money.
Well, that's because they were robbing money from the government funds, putting it in their pockets, so they had plenty of money to dispose of for anything they did, and they just paid out of that. But that money's all cut off, so we'll see how they squirm now.
And then you got, not to get off subject, but enough already on that. Let's talk about Zelensky saying he only got half the money that they claim he got.
I've been saying that for a while. He said he don't know where it went.
Right.
Imagine that. And then, the other thing I didn't know was he stopped the elections in Ukraine.
Oh, he stopped everything.
Because of the wars thing, but I think that's kind of bullshit.
He shut down the media, too. They only have one government media now.
Yeah. He's doing a lot of shady things. He's acting more like a dictator than he is a president.
Right. He's imprisoned a lot of religious leaders and stuff like that. That sounds more
and
like
people don't know about this because the media's not telling you.
Oh, no.
We're telling you. It's happening.
No, they want to call Trump Hitler and a dictator, but yet Zelensky's actually being a Nazi-like dictator.
Yeah. He is.
As soon as he canceled the elections, and that's basically what Trump said. Well, if you want more U.S. aid, then we're going to have to elections here. We just can't just keep giving you money. And of course, you got everybody.
He was a plant anyhow. They picked him and put him in there.
Well, he was a piano player, comedian.
Yeah.
That's how Zelensky got famous, was playing a piano with his dick, of all things. And now he's their president. They want to bust Trump for being the apprentice.
You call that a pianist? A pianist?
I seen video. He actually
Instead
wouldn't
of
have
a pianist, it's a pianist?
He probably played that piano better than I could with my fingers.
Pianist? Yeah, that's it.
He must be hung like a horse. He could hit chords and everything. But anyway.
Maybe just tape popsicle sticks to it.
Enough already about
Zelensky's dick. Enough!
But, we don't hear much about the war because Putin don't want to push Trump down. They don't know what Donald Trump's going to do or what he's capable of. And he's definitely a no-nonsense kind of guy. You know what I mean? So you don't hear nothing. You don't hear about no Russian bombings or anything like that. Pretty much since Trump took power, and because Putin don't want to push buttons with Donald Trump, nobody does. Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran, all of them are kind of getting in step here because the alternative is not good.
Because they don't want no ass whooping.
China's in trouble so bad financially. They're on the verge of a depression, huge depression over there, and Trump's gonna kill them financially. I mean they're just messing with the wrong guy. You know what I mean? We are the biggest consumers on.
How about the governor of Maine? She thinks she's going to win this battle.
Yeah. She's not.
Yeah.
You're not going to win this one.
Yeah, and they kicked
fact,
one Republican member out
Right.
of the whatever they were having, the meeting they were having, told her she couldn't talk because they weren't going to let her talk about this. The kid wins the pole vaulting state championship in
Right.
the girls division. He was in the pole vaulting thing for the boys division, and he didn't win it last year. Came in like 10th or 6th or whatever.
I think it was, something like that.
Okay, so he gets in the girls division, decides he's going to be a girl, and he wins it. Towel's in your head, kid. What the hell's the matter with you? Because that's not a win. You're just being an asshole.
Well,
you couldn't win in the boys. You go in the girls, and I don't care if you like me or not. You're just a dumbass.
Look at that.
Just a dumbass.
Penn State swimmer wasn't even in the top 400 swimmers in the country.
I know, but this kid
Wins the national
pisses
championship.
me off.
Oh, I know. It's just ridiculous that people would even support this.
And people support it.
What happened to women's rights? You know what I mean? You're taking away. You're basically destroying all girls'
Yeah,
sports.
you women want to talk about women's rights, but it's okay when the young guys are coming and kicking all the young girls' asses in sports, and you think that's freaking fine. I talk about women's rights and ask them, all they want to talk about is abortion. I said, well, if we get rid of abortion, name me some rights you're worried about. I'm like, well, you got nothing.
I hate Trump.
Yeah, you got nothing.
I hate Trump.
You got nothing. After I take abortion away from you, you got no women's rights.
I'm glad Trump's getting rid of this DEI thing. And I hope this is the last Super Bowl that we watched like we did the halftime show this year, because that was the most non-inclusive halftime show I've ever seen in my life.
I don't care about that.
I didn't see one white person on that field.
I don't care if we see white people. That's fine. That don't bother me a bit.
Well, if you're
I don't
talking-
give a shit what color people are on the field or what they're doing or what their show is. Don't matter to me.
My point is, John, if they want to talk about diversity, inclusion, and all that stuff, and then they put on...
Well, see, but I'm not going to stoop to that. I don't care about your diversity inclusion. If you want to do an all black thing, you just go ahead and do all black thing. If we're doing an all white thing, then they do an all white thing. Do an all white. I think once people forget about what color everybody is standing on that field or what color everybody is doing this, then we're going to be rid of the problem.
My point is they're not letting you forget about it. They're doing that
That's what
intentionally.
I'm saying. But when we just forget about it, and when they do it, don't be offended by it. Just go, whatever the fuck they
Right,
want to do.
right.
I'm cool with it. It don't matter to me. But don't be, when I got first two black NFL quarterbacks in a Super Bowl or second.
Right, I
I'm
get
like,
tired of that too.
why do we got to say that? What difference does it make?
Right.
And what happened to the white half of Patrick Mahomes? Because he's not really all black.
Well, just like Obama, he's got a white mommy, but yeah, he's all black.
So they stress that minority thing all the time, but forget about the fact that they're white. And what's wrong with white people? I don't know what's the big deal about white people. Now, there's some bad white people, there's bad black people, there's bad people in any
Asians.
color.
There's bad
But
Asians.
if we could just forget about what color everybody is and what color this is and what color's doing this, then Morgan Freeman says it. Why do we got to have this?
Right.
Once we forget about it, why you got to describe me as a black man? Why you got to describe him as a white man?
I think that whole thing was because you got one half of the people going, well, it just went over your head. You don't understand it, which is an insult. You know what I mean? I don't like it. I couldn't even tell you one song by Kendrick Lamar.
I don't like that kind of music.
I'm sure I got black friends that if they have Ozzy Osbourne out there at a halftime show, they're not going to get it either.
No.
You know what I mean?
They might not know who he is.
But I'm not going to insult them over it.
No.
I'm not going to call them imbeciles, and that's what you
I
get.
say, you dumbass cracker, you don't know who Ozzy Osbourne is?
Right.
They'll go, I ain't no cracker. I said,
Fuck
well,
you
you look like cracker to me.
I actually roomed with a young black kid while I was at truck driving school, a 26-year-old kid, and I loved him. He's a good kid. We got along great, but By the time I left there, he's listening to Tool and Led Zeppelin.
I gave him some different culture.
Right, he was loving it.
There's a lot of music in the black culture that I like.
Yeah, oh, me too. Same here.
But see, in the same aspect, there's a lot of music in the white culture that I don't like too.
Exactly right.
So
Same here.
it's not about their skin color or their race or anything. It's just what I prefer.
Right.
What was his name? Lamar Kendrick or Kendrick Lamar?
Something like that.
I'm not into that real weird ass rap like that.
He's a mumble rapper, in my
Whatever. I
opinion.
didn't understand anything he was saying. I'm not into that. Now, there's some rap music I can listen to and go, okay, this is pretty cool.
And then
But-
they're like, oh, he was sending a message. Well, I was watching the football game.
Then he should have talked
be
better because
entertained.
nobody understood his message.
So you're going to get some flack now. You're going to be like, it went over your head. You just don't understand.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Learn
understand.
to dictate, Kendrick, and people will get your message
I
better.
like his studio stuff where you can actually understand it.
No, the dancing stuff and everything was kind of cool.
That's
The
pretty
red,
cool.
white, blue thing was
Oh, yeah.
kind of cool and all
Samuel
that.
L. Jackson.
And I seen somebody put his show on to safety dance. And played the music to safety dance to his dancing show and had him do. I says, wow, that's a perfect match. Now, the safety dance, that was an awesome show.
That was pretty cool. Anyway, we kind of enough already. We
Enough already.
We got off subject on that.
Well, we do that sometimes. I'm sorry, people.
Yeah, we haven't
That's the way it works.
We haven't been here together for a while, so it's kind of nice to be back.
Yeah, and I'm having a good time, but feeling shitty, and this is making me feel good.
And so much has so much just happened since the last time I was only gone a couple weeks, but man, I mean, it just like I said earlier, things just move so fast and so quick, and by the time,
And we got a special appearance tonight by Brunsey.
All right.
He's wanting to be on camera tonight.
oh, he's a ham. He's a big ham. Hi, Bruins.
Well, should we cut her short? Anything else we want to say? Oh, one more thing.
Pew.
Just tell me about Pelosi.
Oh, I actually,
Let's tell people about that real quick.
yeah, she
How does she figure that out? Tell them. Ask me.
she she dumped a bunch of stock to a company. Yeah, I can bring it up here real quick. Just
So it's like $21 million of stock
yeah, just days before.
days before it tanked.
Yeah, sells Navita, Apple,
This is
and
what
Lowe's.
Nancy Pelosi did. She dumped like $21 million worth of stock like days before that stock tanked.
Sold 10,000 shares just weeks before the DeepSeek caused drought.
How did she know?
Right.
Huh? How did she know? People think about this. I mean,
She does this all the time.
just
bro.
lucky. She
It
just,
wasn't her.
she just
It was
lucky.
actually her husband. And
Her husband. And that guy never misses. Andre and I talked about that.
Right.
That guy is spot on his tax trade. He knows everything. Somehow it just mystery.
he sold off roughly 24 million in Apple stocks, and then another 5 million in the Navita.
Oh, yeah, I seen Navita went down.
Right. And then just shortly after they sold them, they tanked. And it all has to do with AI.
And then they're going to run back and buy them back after they tank because they're going to go up.
Right. Well, they've gotten 20.
If the right person calls them and says, hey, that Vita tank, stock you tank, that tank you sold or whatever, buy it.
Apparently, this had something to do with an AI company in China or something had figured something out before these other companies did. And that's
I don't believe that bullshit for a minute.
well, I'm just saying that you got. I could probably.
She's worth how much? $210 million, I think now.
Something
Pelosi's worth $210 million.
She's worth a lot.
How's that happen? You know, and all these ones, AO, $28 million. You know how much that Omar's worth?
Like 28 million or something.
Oh, it's like $80 million now.
Listen, she's not even.
Schumer.
She's worth 114,662,521.
No, she's worth $210 million. That's not her net worth.
That was in 2018.
She's
No, that's her
worth
net worth in 2018.
She's worth $210 million now. Now, you tell me how that woman got all that money.
Right.
It ain't happening in a real world, in an honest world. Anyhow, I wanted to tell people about that. That's something to think about till the next time we see you.
Look, she was barely worth $25 million in 2008, and now she's worth over $200 million.
Yeah,
So it's like, she only makes like I think, even as
couple $100,000.
even as Speaker of the House, she made a little over $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
So it's not like she's knocking down a lot of money. Your average,
Takes 5 years to make $1 million, and then you got to live on it.
right? You got to pay your house and your cars and all that stuff. I think they get a lot of perks of being a congressman, but you still have bills of life that you pay on your family and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like you get to just put that money in the bank and gain interest on it. You got to use that, But it's like, it's just crazy how these people, and it's so obvious, it's in your face that there's something wrong with this picture.
They're rubbing our noses in it.
You know, and then you
They
got,
think there's no justice and thinks nobody is going to come and get them. Guess what? We got Patel and we got Dan Bongino going to come,
And Pam Bondi.
and they're going to
That's
come get your ass, Nancy, one of these days, if you don't kick the bucket first.
right, you don't commit suicide.
All right. Well, good to have a podcast with you, little buddy.
Hey, I'm glad to be back. I am going to be gone again because I'm not quite done with training.
And I have a couple guests.
But eventually I'll be back and on a weekly basis, just like old times. And, we'll get to it and do what we do best, piss people off.
I'm Dr. John.
I'm Little Ed. And this is enough already. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching. Good night. Ed and Dr. John at gmail.com.
Catch us on Rumble.
Catch us on Rumble. Like it and share it. And follow us. Or YouTube. We're on YouTube also. I don't know if anybody watches the end. If you do, tell me you saw that.
Enough already, let it out on the airwaves, bringing what it's all about. Let's spread it.